Hello everybody. I have got a training game and it's a big one because it's a decider. This is the Grudge match against PapaZombi and he's getting the repertoire. PapaZombi, if I click on here, it should say 1-1. Yes, I won one and lost one. Let's see how I lost. I lost the first one with a 60 accuracy. Well, there you go. There you go. And I got punked apparently. Okay, so this is Billy, and we're waiting for him to make his first move. It's back to this game. Jeez. Okay, and this was in a closed Scandi, so I was white, and I started with one knight c3. Okay, so we have this, okay. And again, same opening, the closed Scandinavian. Okay, it's a Scandinavian because it's as though we got... Okay. Hopefully we're not going to follow the exact same game that we played last time. Alright, so you can do either move here. I think knight g3 is the engine's preference. You can kind of hold on to this knight move for a while. Okay, this pawn is now defended against this knight, so this is fine. So the other things we want to do, get this out, probably a3, d3, and this. Now, a3, you should always play whenever this knight comes out, to remove the b4 square, okay? But for now I can develop this knight, but let's develop the bishop. I think bishop c4 probably is the move, because then we can close the door with e3. Ooh, ballsy. You did not just do that. Oh, he's coming right at me, isn't he? Okay, do I want to stick my knight here? That's his good bishop, right? Because my pawns are on light squares. But if I do this and he kicks me, I'm buggered, innit? So I can't do that. I've got to go back here. Okay. This is interesting. Have you prepared this, you cheeky bugger? So I've been very, very odd the last few days. Had some unbeatable days almost. Then I had lost 100 rating points in a day. This is all 5-minute blitz. Huh. What if I put the question to the bishop? That's my hunch. Right? It's tempting to do f3, which does put the question to the bishop. But this it prevents the spread of this pawn as well. I might want to play f2 to f4 in one go at some point, but I don't mind this. Also, that pawn on there is going to block the g4 square from this horse as well at some point. Maybe. If this knight comes out, I'll still probably play a3. Okay. I've got a Pinsky, or this. There's no point just taking the queen out of the thing, is there? I mean, I can't go there. This is possible. I've got a couple of defences out. Actually, their knight c6 just makes sense because it hits the queen and defends the pawn. If I was to play f3 now, it kind of entombs this bishop. But the thing is, the bishop can't go there or there anyway. So what am I really doing? I'm breaking the pin. Now this knight can't go there or there. So I am rather tripping over myself here. And it also means that if I play g3 or g4 and takes, because he could take en passant if I play g4, it removes the option of recapturing with that pawn as well. I could just stick my knight straight back there and say, what was the point of all that? I think so. Because I'm now attacking this pawn. And you know, the option of playing f3 and just shutting down all my knight's options, nah. Not good, precious. Now, if you want to take here, I will capture towards the centre. I will develop my bishop, develop my queen, long castle. Billy. Don't be a hero. Go on. Trade your light squared bishop. I dare you. I double dare you, mother figure. Say what one more time? What? Now, obviously he can defend the pawn in many, many ways. I count at least 4 there. Oh, that as well. 5 and 6, technically. I mean 7, but that's silly because he loses a piece. So we've got lots of ways to defend this pawn. Also just taking out the knight. There we go. And the knight is dead. Right. Now this is a very unhappy horse. But I think we can live with it. Now do I just push for the space now? And immediately just try and resolve this? Is my king in any danger at all? The answer is no. There is a check. So I think we're going to throw in a3 now. I don't want to de-encouragise this idea. And I think it's the immediate f4. I think we say, right, this is a weakness of black's. Okay, the knight is in the way of the f-pawn. I want to now use my pawn. What was a g-pawn is now an f-pawn. And I want to capture here and give myself the 2 central pawns. And then I have space and I can then expand, open up, finish development, all this good stuff. But this is definitely like a novel approach to this opening, what I have never come across before. And we're pouring a coffee. I'm on the coffee at the minute. I'm going to be off it tomorrow. Okay. So Bill has played this. There, takey. I'm very much inclined to do that move. I like that. If takey, I've got bishop takes, which brings me a step closer to promotion. I could also just slap my bishop up there as well. Where, notice, it can't be abused by Harry, because Harry's already halfway down my throat. But he's now run into a brick wall. So any point in this at all, it pins the knight. This is true, you're correct. I don't want to be on this diagonal for obvs. But do I want to play f4 or bishop here? f4 and he decides to take, then out comes the bishop anyway. Or the knight, I haven't decided yet. Probably the knight, actually. Okay, it's got to be f4, isn't it? Takes, knight takes. My knight, he's okay. But then my queen can come here, defending the knight, maybe targeting f, like my bishop is doing. I don't know, who's better here? I'm not unhappy. Hello. I've got the dog between my legs, but I am not talking to myself. Oh. He says in the chat, I was hoping to see this again. I've been studying the Van Geet, so it appears. Think you're better? See, I'm not sure. You've been studying the Van Geet, you slippery bastard. Now, yesterday's game, when I played against Redneck Chess Club, I did not play my regular opening. So here I guess I could have gone with like an e4 and... He says, unknown, I was out of prep after bishop g4. Yeah, bishop g4 is this move. Okay. So this is interesting because he's undeveloped the horsey. Now. So he's giving himself a third defender of this pawn right here, isn't he? That's one idea. He might also be wanting to swing around here, but I can always slap the bishop away there. So I think he's saying, go ahead, take, and I'm going to get a centralized knight. But you do that, and I've got f4. Then where's the knight go? Probably take out the bishop, to be honest. So this takes, let's say knight takes, bishop back to a2. We are opening up things. But f5, I think, should also be considered. Now, f5 can be challenged with g6. I want to get my king castled. I want to get castled here, and I just want to barge my way through. This pawn's also undefendified. So, rook g1? He's not going to castle. He'd be a fool. Rook g1? What are you going to do? Push the pawn? That then slightly de-encourages this, doesn't it? Ah, decisions, decisions. Help me out, Joe. Another option, considering the closed centre, the very closed centre, is I could like just lock it off here, at least temporarily. And then I could like go like this and try and chip at the centre, and with the strategy of keeping my king in the middle of the board. I'm slightly inclined to play this. There's no way I'm castling that way anyway, so sod it, let's do it. Let's put some pressure on this side of the board and see what Bill wants to do. So basically, his prep was h5, h4. And I think that's very decent. Okay, and this is back to where we are. I think I owe you guys a couple of rated rapid games, but I don't know. My play is just all over the shop at the minute. Let me pull up the my profile and I'll show you what I mean. So I will load these ones that aren't. So look, these are 5-minute blitz. Right? I've got 63, 59, 66. This is my poor patch. 70. Okay. Then this was a lesson. I've got 89. Okay. Then 76. 97.7 over a 19-move game. 76, 62. I'm all over the shop. 82, 89. 66. That was crap. You know. I'm just jumping all over. 88 here. Hang on. Oh, these are analysis boards. Okay. Oh, I'm not allowed to analyse while playing. Fair enough. Okay. Ooh! Majesty! Right, well, I'll tell you what my first thought is. f5, bishop g5. Hitteth the queen. And trappeth the queen. And I'm just going to play it in needs. Right? Bishop g5 is defended by the rook of uncertain future. Okay. This gives Queenie 1 square. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Bishop g5. She can't stay there, go there, go there, go there. Because of pawns and bishops and bears, oh my. So bishop g5, you can't take the bishop because rook takes you. Bishop g5, the queen's going to come here. I could slam close the door on there, or I could leave the bishop there, looking at d8 and preventing long castles. But this looks like an NB, a no-brainer. Right? Am I wrong? Stick the queen there and she is quarantined. You are locked down, lady. Got a bit of a bishop crossfire going on as well. He says, yeah, saw it after I made the move. Well, the trick is to see it before you make the move. It's called a sanity check. Ini. No. 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 Let's go no gnarl. No gnarl. Now, I'm looking at this kind of idea. So, it's tempting as it is to go f6. The queen has uno, dos, tres. What is square in Spanish, please? I don't know. I don't know what it is in French, even. Carré? Maybe carré. I don't know. Anyway, if we take you, queen can take, but then that opens her. Oh no, it does because the rook's defended by the knight. Okay. Takes, and then we've got bishops of doom. This knight is still, as it were, wank, which is a technical chess term, which means shite. Hits a queen, queen runs away and cries into her. But she could actually come back to life a bit, couldn't she? Now, is black going to do this? I don't know. I'm just looking at this as well. If it takes, got knight takes. This pawn is still blocking the queen, right? So this doesn't open up the diagonal. It opens it up a bit. This pawn takes. What it opens up is the d file, which has got to be good for yours truly, has it not? Now, or is it just queen d2 here? That's my hunch. That's the hunty hunch, man. Queen d2. Give me the chance to castle. Now, he might try this kind of shenanigan. Ooh. What did I just say? What did I just say? Check it before you make the move. Well, I have just taken away my bishop's 2 valid escape squares. You donkey. Donkey! Now, anyone who gets that quote is born on almost exactly the same time as me. Cock it. Ditto, I'm going to say in the chat. Okay, 6 minutes now, and I've spent all this time talking to you because you're putting me off. Right. I think I might let him take and take back with the queen. I could try and mess stuff up a little bit here. He says I may yet survive. First I was afraid, I was petrified. Okay, I'm going to castle. I'm going to let him take. I'm going to take back with the queen. Oh, you cheeky bugger. He's got in his castling first. I could slip this in. I'm gonna have to blitz this now because he's on 12 minutes. Yes, I could grab a pawn. But the thing is, if he takes, I get the pawn anyway. So, what's the point? And I've still got a terrible donkey. You absolute donkey. Really don't want to do this. I don't want to open up that bishop. Oh, that was just... You see, it's one move. Curse you. Maybe what I should have done is this. Drop it here. Takes, and then at least I've got an angle of dangle. I'm taking away his most advanced pawn, apart from Harry the Suicide Squad. Well, there takes. I can take with the knight. Nice outpost, actually. Very nice, potentially, yeah. Maybe he's just full of pins a move. His bishop is on an outpost. It is currently. It's defended by a pawn. Cock. Right, okay, so he's unpinned the knight. I'm inclined to go here. Takes, but then there's no dark squared bishop to back up my queen assault, is there? And I've got a shitty knight. Do I stick this here now? I'm going to be pieced down. He still doesn't have to take. He's still there. He's just teasing me now. Take, I get one pawn back. This pawn then hangs, and the pawn can't take because it's pinned because the queen's undefended. So take. I might get 2 pawns for my trouble. And I then am in possession of the slightly more advanced... Well, no, it's kind of equal actually, isn't it? Because he's got 1 in my half of the board and I've got 1 in his. It's kind of equal. Huh. But I do have this option, which buggers up his pawns. And then this. Ah! I think even if he takes the bishop, I just do that anyway. Bang. No, I can't chuck in the check. Because of that bish. Okay. I'm just going to do this anyway. My bishop's outside of my pawn chain. Pawn takes. I could chuck the queen in here. Doesn't really achieve much. Can I get another pawn for my bishop? Can I get 2 or 3 pawns back for it? Here, if he takes, maybe F takes, actually. Could be a plan. With the idea of then just like shoving up through there. So let's think. Let's assume he's got to take back there, because otherwise I'm going to get 2 pieces for my piece. Right? He can't take this bishop, because then Hang on. Woody, I can't have you licking, mate. I've got to think. Look, can you see this position? Bill, I'm not convinced of that move, son, because look, here's the thing. My bishop was still trapped here. Can't even go there, right? Get attacked twice. But after taking this bishop, I was just in the middle of saying you can't take that bishop, because now I take this knight. And material is equal. Surely, McLean. Did not see that my knight was hanging. Well, it's called checklist. Do it. Oh. Billy. Right, do we take this pawn? There are 1, 2, 3 attackers on there, right? But 2 of them aren't really attackers. They can't be the first to capture because the first recapture it is a pawn. Therefore, that is the only kind of threat. So maybe I should just take there. Now that does hang this to the rook. Ooh! What did I just do there? What did I select there? I don't know. That, he could take here. I could take there. With rook or actually with queen. There. Woody, give over. I think I'll just take here. Oh, that pawn also hangs. Curse. Huh. Okay. Right. Feel like this is a bit critical. Now, I'm actually technically a pawn up. There. These both hang. Okay. Now, if I was to move my knight, this one is defended by my queen. However, I can't move my knight anywhere, so forget about that idea, because all the 4 available squares are all covered by black pawns. So, forget about that. We can wipe that idea. I think I just take here, don't I? This actually hits my knight. Quite like having this pawn deep in my opponent's half now. My g-pawn has suddenly become Gary the Merciless. Might have to play this. If he takes on f2, I think defending with the rook is my only really viable option. I could do that, but then he trades queens. I have to recapture and then he takes my knight, so that doesn't work. Way ahead of you, son. Way ahead of you. Okay. But still, that's the worst horse in the world. Defended, 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 defended. Okay, we are a pawn up. This takes, and I have to take back with the pawn. And then I lose the pawn. But I can't go there. I could just take this. I think that's okay. And now this hangs, which is very nice. Here, and then my knight's got, you know, a lovely safe square. The world's worst horse. Okay, now I also have queen takes. Also, this attacks the rook, but... Oh, yeah. No, I'll just take this and attack that rook. Checkity-doo-dah! But what I like about this as well, it gives my... Not that my knight needed another escape square. Ah! Billy, stop doing this to me! Crikey. Right, so what he's done now is he's interposed, removing the defender of the pawn. But it's all coming to nothing. Because he can't take there because I've just now counterattacked the bishop. Well, he can, I suppose. But you are now a rook down. You're giving me a heart attack, Bill. Will I, would I, should I trade the knight for the bishop? Even at the cost of a pawn. I didn't see the double attack on the queen. Right, what am I doing there? Congratulating myself too soon. But my queen is actually defended. So he does this. With check. And +3. Okay. Right. The question is what we're doing. I could advance forward, but then the bishop can come and... But then it is still defended twice. Here, here. I think we just go forwards. That, like, blocks this rook out of the game. It's going nowhere, that rook. I mean, it can move along. Arr! Arg. Right, what are we? Not happy, that's what we are. Not happy at all. Right, I need to come after this pawn. Oh my god. Right, this is an absolute dog's dinner. There's me getting carried away, talking about this, that and the other, and just not looking at the stupid board. Notice also that this rook is potentially in a knight forkable situation. So, like, should the king make a mistake and edge that way? That's game over. That king's going nowhere. Now, this move puts two attackers on here. He can't add a second defender. There. Something happens. Do I take? I can take with... Oh, I can. I can take with the knight because he can't take back because rook takes rook. And he can't take here because rook takes rook. Yes. So rook g4. And I think I'll win this pawn. Because I don't think he can afford for me not to win it. And then Eddie, the e-pawn, becomes the hero of the hour. Gary, I'm not sure, is going to see the dawn. A red sun rises. Blood was spilled this night. Easy quote. I think this. Bang. A boomer, a rang. A tang. Okay, well, explain to me how this doesn't hang a rook. I'm 2 pawns up. He can't take that, but the threat is this. Oh no, is the threat that? Could I just do this? Then he takes, I take the pawn. I'll just take the pawn anyway. I'm sure that's the right move. Okay, and now it's all about Eddie. So what we do is we put a rook behind Eddie. We're going to bring our king to here. Not looking good at all, Precious. No, he says not looking good. No, Tint son. Okay. Right, this pawn's pinned. I think I can just start like squeezing my pawns up the board. I think that's the general plan, man. Got just under 5 minutes, which is plenty of time. So I'm looking forward to the game review. You were both dickheads in the opening. You were both dickheads in the middle game. But you rescued yourself and gained something in the end game. Right. I might come here. Because you see, my king guards all of these. And if my rook guards all of these, then his king is reversing. Nons, reverse. The point here is this is a completely unopposed passed pawn, right? Because there's no pawns here. If I go here, he's got to take. Not great. I think we just keep creeping up. He can give me a check. That's... I don't know if I want to walk into a discovery. Okay, I'm going to do that then. Now we can't do that because and then, what if I come around the back and check him again? There, my king defends all of these, they're fine. If he checks me, I think I can do that. And I could maybe even just do this. I think we're still safe. The thing is, his king is like pretty much tied there. You know, this is his big concern. But while he's distracted and using his resources to pin Eddie down, Andy and Barry can like be causing some mayhem. I absolutely do not want to play this move. That would be quite bad. Actually, pushes there. I do this. I come back. That's okay. That's okay. This is unquestionably a winning position. Now there is maybe an option to trade off the rooks and the pawn, but that is a passed pawn. This guy is not a passed pawn because he can be intercepted by Black Charlie. Pushes, loses a pawn. Pushes, I burn a move. I think that's probably the move. But then don't I have this? Trade off 4 pawns. I'm going to get this because he's got no wingman anymore. So I think here I even go here. Takes, I take. Oops. Here, there, and everywhere. To lead a better life, I need my love to be here. Tune. Is it a George Harrison tune? Here, there and everywhere. Could have been Paul. See, I just, to me, when I was growing up, I listened to all the Beatles music. Know the Beatles music so well. But it's only as I got older that I started to tell the difference between A, their voices, because they were just the songs to me, and then B, their writing styles as well. Okay. Now. This doesn't work because he's got this, which is actually a fork, and that's unpleasant. I've got this, which just keeps the king out. If I push... I think it's all good. It's got to be all good. Now, at least the king is no longer in contact with the pawn. I think he should have... Well, he couldn't though, did he? He had to move the king back because he let me in. So I think just moving the rook away let me in, then the king's got to go away. So he's very much retreating here. But what else could he do at this point other than push pawns and trade stuff off, which is losing anyway, but the position is losing. Okay. King or pawn? That's a really good question. King. I'm still on 4 minutes 21. He's now under 6 minutes. He was well up on the clock. Here, I just take. Here, I might just push. Let's be careful about this pawn, but it's defended by this pawn. I've always got this, which defends that pawn, and then we're in a defensive structure. Good to know these structures. You know, everything defends everything. Like a bishop and a pawn. See, I had that in my pocket. Okay. I'm thinking king c4. Yeah, king c4. He can't push there because I take, rook takes, defended by the king. And it's like, isn't that 3 pawns against none? So I'm even threatening like this as well. Okay. I do that. I kind of want to get out of dodge, don't I, a little bit, but just this. See, I can't push this pawn without hanging that one. I could just do that. Yeah, it means he has this. King over? Still 2 pawns up. I'm on 4 minutes, he's on 5 1/4. I think that's kind of crying out really, but I've just got that as well. I just sit tight. The only way he can actually... Yeah, if I just leave my king there defending all these, right? Defended. Right, all he's got is these pawn pushes. This one we know doesn't work. But then what am I going to do to break through? Maybe it's back to this idea. You know, the old classic kind of king and rook checkmate. This, you see, forces him backwards. Because my king guards these squares. Okay, well this forces the rooks off the board. I've got rook d5. King moves, takes, wins. Just wins. I don't even have to give that a moment's more thought. Take opposition against the king means he can't move forwards. Yeah. That's a thing where 350 points really does make a difference very often, is in the end games. I mean, I think the end game is one of the weaker parts of my game. But yeah, a 1570s end game is normally, and being 2 pawns up for goodness sake as well. Now, did I play that well? The computer will probably say I was clean. I should be looking to push my king rather than my pawn. But it doesn't really matter actually, because I've got 2 pawns. I can use 2 pawns as a battering ram here, right? And these 2 pawns side by side, they're just evil. This. Okay, now he can't now advance this pawn, so now he's got to move his king. Okay, here, I come here. And now I'm threatening to push again. He can't stop me because he can't go there or there. It's actually a good drill that I don't think we've ever seen anyone do. It's just a king and 2 pawns against a king. King on 1 pawn is tricky enough. If I go here, he comes there. So is it burning a move? Yeah, I think there's nothing he can do now. Okay, now I just come here, right? He's got to go away. I come here and we win. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. There's no stalemate because he's got square. This wins. Okay, if I queen here, he's got a square. That's fine. Check. And the easiest thing here is just... Now, and this comes with checks, I'm happy about that. Okay. Now all we have to do is keep checking the fella. Or in fact he's got... If I come here... Defends that. We can go there, so that's okay. And then we go ladderly. Leisurely ladderly. Right, that's a check here. Right, so I think what I do is this. Oh no, that undefends that pawn. Hang on. I just push this pawn. If I push takes, he still has this, okay. He says, you got this. Yeah, hold my beer. Looking at potential stalemate opportunity. Okay, this, I know he has a2. He does. Okay, and it's check and mate, isn't it? Gosh. Oh, that was horrible. Oh man, okay, right. Oh, okay, we're going to put guess at Elo. Now he's starting from a lower starting point, 350 points lower. And I think he played a decent game. So I think it's going to give him... I think it might put us both on 1350, 1400. He says I let too many pawns fall. Just too many mistakes in that game. From both of us. Yeah, I think both of us in the 1350 to 1400 range. I don't think that was a 82.5. And he was blunderless. But 6 misses. Oh, Bill. Okay. What have we got? No. You are lying. 1650. 1350, I called it for Bill. Right, Bill played above his rating. But no way did I play above my rating. Your opponent had a good opening, but you were on another level. Huh. Now, what was this? Oh, it was a blunder, but he didn't capitalise on it properly. What? Rook takes e2! If I recapture, then this works and wins the queen outright. Ah, Bill! Oh, that's a good puzzle. That was a good puzzle. What? See, oh, I just got cocky. Just got cocky. I should have just gone there. Forget the stupid pawn. I'm up 2 at this point. Just go there. Hit this rook. That was my first idea. And then I went, look, I can win a pawn and hit this rook. And do you know, remember what happened then after that point? Nothing. I went, look, I can get a pawn and hit that rook. And what I didn't do was think, okay, well, could my opponent then get a red hot poker and stick it at that point? I didn't even think about it. I just thought, this is great. I'm attacking. Caveman style. Bugger it. Well, Billy, I don't know, mate. I mean, I think you played well there, but the ending was good. So if we look at the shoe review, at the different parts of the game, I played better in the end game, which we would expect. 88 against 76. Yeah. Middle game, he was even scrappier than me, because I was shite, but he was wank, which is worse. And he played 96.8 in the opening, and I played 99.5. Whoa. Whoa. Well, there we go. That's it. That's all I've got to say about that. You know, we got the result. Did all right, but yeah, it was only really thanks to my opponent's errors. But he didn't make a single blunder. I made 5 mistakes and a blunder. Inexcusable. But there you go. That's what happened when you rush. That's what happens when you try and multitask, like playing chess and talking at the same time. Not advisable. Don't try this at home, kids. Thank you for watching. See you later.